Are Netanyahu's forces entering the next phase of the war without the tools they need to cope with Hezbollah's evolving threat? With Hezbollah's Iran-backed fighters using cheap, precise FPV drones, is Israel now massively under-equipped to counter its northern enemy's newest tactics? Even Israel's vaunted Iron Dome cannot stop low-flying suicide drones at close range. Can any air defense shield fully protect Netanyahu's troops as the rules of the battlefield change? As first-person view drones wreak havoc on IDF units in southern Lebanon, is Israel's ground army scrambling to catch up to a threat it failed to prepare for in time? Explosive first-person view drones have become a prominent threat to Israel Defense Forces units operating in southern Lebanon. Israeli forces have been hit by such drones several times in recent weeks, according to multiple battlefield reports. These incidents have included direct strikes on combat troops and evacuation teams, killing at least one Israeli soldier. Experts say the increasing use of drones is reshaping the battlefield in the north, and Israel currently appears unprepared for this evolving threat. FPV drones can operate at ranges of up to about 15 kilometers from their launch point. They are capable of carrying explosive payloads designed to detonate on impact with targets. They provide a precise, accessible, and relatively inexpensive strike capability compared to traditional munitions. The drones are controlled through a thin fiber-optic cable that runs from the operator to the aircraft. This cable transmits control commands and live video without relying on radio waves or satellite links. Because they do not use radio links, these drones are effectively immune to conventional electronic warfare jamming. Their primary advantage is electronic silence, since they emit no radio signature that air defenses can easily detect. This low signature profile significantly complicates early detection and interception by standard radar and EW systems. Many base platforms can be ordered online as commercial drones and then easily modified and fitted with explosives. The Israeli military describes the FPV drone threat as complex and elusive, and says it is examining a range of possible responses. These responses include deploying optical detection systems, light radar solutions, and improved field alert mechanisms for frontline forces. At present, there is no Iron Dome equivalent specifically designed for drones that can provide effective, widespread protection to ground units. Israeli military officials say that the supply chain of explosive FPV drones used by Hezbollah should be identified and targeted. They add that striking these supply networks, along with other Hezbollah military assets, would help deter future drone attacks. This escalation comes as Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is set to convene a meeting on May 4th to discuss the situation in Iran and the possibility of resuming large-scale war.
Israel is stronger than ever, and Israel must always be much stronger than our enemies. Therefore, I advocate two principles of strengthening and independence. In relation to strengthening, we are acquiring 2 squadrons of new F-35 and F-15IA aircraft. These aircraft strengthen Israeli air superiority, a superiority that has also been proven in the Dog Nation and now in the Battle of Harry. Our pilots can reach anywhere in the skies of Iran, and they are ready to do so if required. We have great planes. We have great pilots. In relation to independence, there is no harm in investing in self-production capacity of armaments. In the coming decade, we will add 350 billion shekels to the defense budget, and this is to produce these armaments in Israel and not be dependent on foreign countries. At the same time, a vehicle, a groundbreaking pilot produced by Blue and White. This will change the whole picture. As for drones, a few weeks ago I announced the establishment of a special project to thwart the drone threat, and today I will be presented with a progress report on the subject. It will take time, but we will continue to ensure Israel's supremacy in all arenas.
Israel is reportedly preparing to acquire 2 new fighter squadrons amid growing fears that the current pause could give way to a renewed and potentially wider war in the region. According to emerging reports, Israel's Ministerial Committee on Procurement has approved the purchase of 2 new squadrons, signaling what appears to be a significant step toward expanding its air power capacity. An I-24 news correspondent reported on May 3rd that the move is intended to bolster squadron strength, adding to signs that Israeli defense planners may be preparing for a more demanding security environment. Guy Osriel said, and I quote, "Israel's Ministerial Committee on Procurement approved the purchase of 2 new fighter squadrons, a 4th squadron of F-35 Adir jets, F-35 Lightning II, by Lockheed Martin, and a 2nd squadron of F-15I aircraft, variant of F-15 Eagle, by Boeing." The deal, estimated at tens of billions of shekels, includes integration, logistics, spare parts, and long-term support. Defense Minister Israel Katz said lessons from the campaign against Iran require accelerating force buildup, calling the procurement a key part of the Shield of Israel plan to ensure Israel's long-term qualitative military edge. Unquote. This is being described as the first major step in a decade-long military buildup program said to total around 350 billion shekels, pointing to a much broader long-term rearmament vision. The reported expansion appears aimed at preserving Israel's strategic air superiority at a time when regional threats remain elevated and defense spending is already climbing sharply.
So I think we can do this right here instead of at Doral. We're going to Doral, a lot of you traveling with me. Doing very well with regard to just about everything, but doing very well with regard to Iran. Again, they want to make a deal. They're decimated. They're having a hard time figuring out who their leader is. They don't know who their leader is because their leader is gone. Their former leader, Khomeini. But we'll see. Any questions real fast?
Look, if it was 14 points, the right goes for
Which?
the new 14 points. You come said that around.
No, I haven't. I'm looking at it uphill.
You're looking at a trap.
I'll let you know about it later. But
President, last night you said you might be better off not making a deal with Iran.
well, I wouldn't have to. I didn't say that. I said that if we left right now, it would take them 20 years to rebuild. But we're not leaving right now. We're going to do it so nobody has to go back in 2 years or 5 years.
Mr. President, you also said about saying that.
They told me about the concept of the deal. They're going to give me the exact wording there. Yeah.
Mr. President, last night you also said that only like 85% of Iran's missile-making capabilities has been eliminated.
Correct.
Is that other 15% important? Does the United States need to eliminate that?
Well, I'd like to eliminate. Yeah. I'd like it. It'd be a start for them to build up again. And yeah, I would like to eliminate it.
Sir, under what circumstances would you restart military strikes on target?
Well, I don't want to say that. I mean, I can't tell that to a reporter. If they misbehave, if they do something bad, but right now, we'll see. But it's a possibility that could happen, sir.
Mr. President, you said, in your letter to Congress, you said the hostilities in Iran that started have been terminated. How can you say that given that the naval blockade is still being militarily enforced?
Well, it's a very friendly blockade. Nobody's even challenging it. Nobody at all is challenging it. Just so you understand, many presidents have been involved in things that are very big. They never had to go through anything with respect to Congress. They considered it to be totally unconstitutional. And the Democrats in Congress that pushed this, and probably a couple of Republicans, they're hurting our negotiating ability, which is infinite right now. And they shouldn't be doing it. It's never happened before. No other president's done it. And I'm not going to be the first. Thank you very much.
President, Iran is
Right.
Thank you, Mr. President. Do you envision a future where American energy companies are operating inside of Iran, much like Venezuela?
It could be. I'll tell you what, we have a lot of ships coming up to Texas and Louisiana. It's a line of ships. You saw the satellite. We have a line of ships, big ones, 2 million barrels, and they're coming up. I mean, literally hundreds of ships are in line to go to Texas. I mean, they're already started, but we're selling a lot of oil,
Mr. President, why is the U.S. removing troops from Germany? Why is the U.S. removing troops from Germany?
We're going to cut way down, and we're cutting a lot further than 5,000. Thank you very much.